Do that, and then Freddie Prinze is with us tonight. He's got a new show coming up with Jack Alberson on NBC called Chico and Sonny.
And 19 years old, and I wish him every success.
Very
That's terrific.
funny young man.
Better believe it.
And we'll do this first. If you want that oil-free look all day,
Folks,
here's
now
how.
you know he's a dumbbell. Folks.
Natural,
you know
Wonder oil-free makeup from Ref. Friday nights at 8:30, beginning September, there'll be a new show on NBC called Chico and the Man. One of its stars is a young man we were talking about a moment ago. He's 19 years old. He's the son of a Puerto Rican mother and a Hungarian gypsy father, believe it or not. And he has sensational poise for being only 19 years of age. Would you welcome, please, Freddie Prinze. Freddie?
Thank you. It's kind of weird, no music, especially for a Hungarican. My father's gypsy, my mother's Puerto Rican. I was very musical as a child. My father, being that he was a gypsy, of course, he bought me a violin. My Puerto Rican mother made me play it this way. I grew up in New York City, which is kind of a weird town. I grew up in an old Puerto Rican neighborhood. And we had a superintendent, the manager of the apartment building, called Mr. Rivera. And since I've been talking about him on television, he's become my biggest enemy. He gets mad that I talk about him. Because he's the kind of super that never wants to hear your complaints, but he wants a key to your apartment. In case of an emergency, like he needs a few dollars. And you go to complain to him, right? And you say, Mr. Rivera, I don't mean to bother you, but there hasn't been hot water in 9 years. And I don't think we have a front wall in the apartment. Someone walked off into the street the other day. Think you could do something about that? He's always, it's not my job. I'm bothering me with your problem. Boom, slams the door. His kid gets caught. You see, not for you, my son will be alive today. You know, he's just... And there's one big problem in the building is the cockroaches. I don't know if anybody knows, but cockroaches are the strongest creatures on the face of the earth, unkillable. We should send them into war. They like, you ever notice you step on them, you hear them snap? As soon as you lift your foot, they run like hell. That's because they know we believe the snap means they're dead, so they're going, Cockroach, in my building, we have Puerto Rican ones. They threaten me before I go out. They say, listen, if you don't come back with some candy or some chocolate, we change all the locks on the door. Kind of bad, and the neighborhood is like that. It's very strange. A lot of muggings. New York muggers are different than all other muggers. If you have money, they won't hurt you. They'll take you out for a drink with it. If you don't have money, they hit you. And my mother didn't want me to get hit, so she used to give me money, $1 a day for the muggers, so they wouldn't beat me up. She'd say, okay, this is $1 for the criminal. If he bothers you, you give it to him. I said, thank you, Ma. So if it was raining, I'd say, no mugger's gonna come out, so I'd spend it. And one day, I got caught. Guy comes up to me, give me some money, man. I said, I spend it. He says, I'm gonna tell your mother. Thank you. My mother, right, I get home. I got a phone call from somebody today. That's the money for the criminal, you idiot. Puerto Rican mothers are mean. They're like very rough, you know, like they always say, don't get hit by a car, I don't want to hear about it. And I got hit by a car, but it was late, just a brush, and I fell down. And my mother goes, ay, Dios mío, mijo, my son, he's dying, you know. I wasn't, but I found out later I should have been. I said, no, Ma, I'm okay. You made me cry for nothing, boom. And I was in all the different cities. I've been going to different cities performing. I found out there's not too many Puerto Ricans in them. And the differences between cities, like the difference between New York, Chicago, and LA is LA people are friendly, give you the shirt off their back. Chicago, they're very paranoid because of the crime. And New York, they're all whacked out, stoned or drunk or something. Like you can tell if you drive a car. You know, you're on the freeway, you warn somebody their door's open, right? In LA, hey, your door's open. Well, I have 4 of them. Would you like one? Chicago. Hey, your door's open. I don't want to hear it. Leave me alone. Mind your own business. Go away. Right? New York. Hey, your door's open. Oh, wow. I didn't even know I had a door, brother. I would personally rather fly than drive a car, except I flew here from Chicago, and weird planes, they don't have windows in the bathrooms. Who's going to look at you? A perverted seagull. Hello, lady. Not going to happen. And I was in Chicago. I was playing Mr. Kelly's. And I was up on stage, and just out of curiosity, I said, any Puerto Ricans in the crowd? One guy. He goes, over here, man. And he was sitting near the kitchen, which upset me, right? I figured in case a dishwasher dies, they're going to snatch this creep, and he don't know it. Right? And I asked him, I said, why are you sitting there? And he goes, they put me over here. Typical attitude of Latins where we're nowhere today, because we take everything. You want those cockroaches? Dad, you're leaving with me. I take care of them kids, don't worry, right? That's why black people made it, because they wouldn't take that. The maitre d' would say, over here, sir. No, turkey, over there. It's sad to say, but we live in a society where it's based that you have to subjugate a certain ethnic group because you need somebody to clean the toilet. Like, years ago it was black people, and they didn't like it. You know, ain't this a shame? Oh, this dude flush himself down here and leave the water running, man. Then when they moved up, Puerto Ricans got in. It's not my job. What am I doing here? And that's why Chinese people don't want Latins to make it, because they know they're next. I should have stayed in the laundry. I don't know what happened here, you know. But don't let Indians make it, because they go and blow up the toilets. We can't go, and they take the country back. It's weird, and like, I don't buy those things, because even in history and religion, they say, Noah took 2 of everything. Where was the Puerto Rican? Maybe the cook, Julio. Okay. Noah would go over them with an English accent, because all Jewish actors are supposed to have English accents, right? He goes over, Julio, are you enjoying yourself? No, man, it's lousy. It's raining for 30 days. No potato chips, no beer, no nothing. The animals are making a terrible mess. Where are you going to find a newspaper big enough for that elephant? Well, if you don't like it, why don't you clean it up? It's not my job. Thank you.
Freddie Prinze. How you doing, Fred?
Okay, thank you.
Funny as usual. So you start your new show in September, and
Yeah.
just like that, all happened within a year, didn't it? I think that's great. That's lovely.
I've been really busy, really busy.
Yeah.
19. Wow.
19 years old.
I may have to make a comeback at 20, but that's good. No, I've been busier than a set of jumper cables at a Puerto Rican funeral. That's how
Do the Puerto Ricans ever get mad at you for
No,
doing the ethnic stuff?
well, the old ones, the
Yeah.
older, but the New Yorkers.
The young kids, they...
The young kids, hey, is one of us up there? Yeah, but he's up for murder. It's okay, he's on television. Whereas the older Puerto Ricans say, why you make trouble? Don't rock the boat. Better they don't know we in the country, you know. You know, it's strange.
What's the first thing you bought when you got a little bread? Because this all happened to you
I haven't got a
so
little
quickly.
bread yet. No, well, let me see. This suit,
Yeah?
which I've been wearing for a year. And, well, I haven't really made big money, but when I make it, I want to get my mother a house, you know, get her out of the ghetto and get her a house, and, you know.
Johnny, adding to that, you have a fellow, Dave Jonas. Is that your manager?
Yes, he is.
And I got news. You know, you got to be blessed with guys like that like take you out and boost you, really.
Hey, it's been lucky. First Dave, who's best manager in the world, and then coming on the show and getting my first break from you, and...
Well, you broke it up when you came out here. You also, it's not enough just to be on a show. As you know, you got to deliver when you get here.
Yeah.
Lots of people have been on the show, but when you come out and boom, that does it. So I wish you great success with the show, really. I hope it's a big smash for you.
I think if it is a smash, the second thing I'm going to buy is a Puerto Rican mobile.
Puerto Rican mobile?
Yeah, 64 Chevy.
60.
Pom-poms on the antennas for your precious love on the side, little dog in the back with the head, everything. Going all out.
The whole thing, huh?